occasion of the annual Islamic festival Eid-al-Adah, also known as Bakrid, celebrated worldwide with great fervor, we are going to use this golden opportunity to share the true essence behind the festival: faith, loyalty, sacrifice, obedience, humanity, and brotherhood through this virtual class assembly on the topic Bakrid or Badi Eid as it is more fondly known. I, Ahana Sehgal, am your host for today's assembly by class 4B1.
And I am Ritvik, your second host from the class 4B1. Let's start with a wonderful thought by Pawan.
Our religions unite us for humans' kindness rather than divide us on what we believe.
As we learn to grow in the amalgamation of cultures and religions, let us continue this pleasant learning with the recital of Gayatri Mantra by Anya Garg, Nagar Katuria, Visha Tandon and Bhavya Sharma. Om Bhur Bhuvas Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bharigo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvas Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bharigo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvas Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat.
For national news, Rishit for international news, Ikam for sports news, Advay for campus and Sandhya for weather forecast.
Good morning everyone. National news for today. Congress asked government to prepare a comprehensive drone policy. Because of drone attacks on the Jammu Airways, the Congress urged the government to prepare a comprehensive policy to deal with armed drone attacks that are a real threat to the security forces and government establishments.
Umesh Sinha to stay on as Deputy Election Commissioner. The Appointment Committee of the Cabinet has approved the extension for Umesh Sinha as Deputy Election Commissioner in the Election Commission of India on contract basis for another year up to July 2022. Mr. Sinha is a former UP cadre IAS officer who has been with the Election Commission of India for several years.
International news. India's Covaxin effectively neutralizes Delta variant of COVID, says US Health Research Institute. The top American health institute said that ending a global pandemic requires a global response. India's Covaxin is developed by Bharat Biotech in the collaboration with the Indian Council of Medical Research. International tourism not seen rebounding until 2023 UN report. International tourism arrivals are set to stagnate this year except in some Western markets, causing $2.4 trillion loss. COVID-19 vaccination are the key to restoring confidence in foreign tourism. Thanks.
Sports news. The T20 World Cup will be held from October 17 to November 14 in UAE and Oman. The World Cup will be held from Dubai, Abu Dhabi and Oman. ICC said our priority to deliver the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2021 safely in full and its current window.
The PA1 is continuing in its full swing. Students are continuously enlightened on various topics through virtual assemblies. Children are enthusiastically participating in various inter-school activities and exhibiting their talents.
Weather news. Maximum temperature for today 32 degrees Celsius and minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius. Probability of thunderstorm is 49%.
Eid-al-Adah is one of the two most sacred festivals of the Muslims. It is also known as the festival of sacrifice, Qurbani. Let us hear a rhythmic rendition on this topic by our talented classmates Ira Gulia and Myra Sachdeva.
A very bright and cheerful morning to everyone. This is Ira and today I am going to recite a rhyme on Eid-al-Adah. Each of us must sacrifice ourselves if we would hope to know eternal love. Deep within the spirit that rebels abides a moment time cannot remove. Leave yourself behind in prayer and be a willing servant in your master's hands, devoted to good deeds and faithfully, holding to the life Allah commands, and love will fill your silence like a sea. Happy Eid-al-Adah.
Every moment sings of love and beauty. If such gifts are yours, what must you give? Dance, dance through the gardens of your duty and be the blessing by the way you live. Let go yourself and all your schemes and pleasures and leave them with your shoes outside the door. Do the things that bring life's greatest treasures. Here with your forehead on the floor. And now for certain whom this gift is for. Happy Eid-al-Adah.
How about an exclusive interview on Maulana Sahib? Auspicious occasion on Eid. Here comes our reporter Ira to take us to the world of spirituality.
Eid-al-Adha 2021 is around the corner. Eid-al-Adha is also known as the festival of sacrifice and is the second of the two Muslim annual holidays celebrated worldwide. Here's everything you need to know about the festival. Here I am presenting a religious leader of Islam who can enlighten us more about this festival. It will be fun and spiritual to have a conversation with such religious leader. Assalamu alaikum Maulana Sahab.
Walaikum Assalam. The religious name of Bakrid is Eid-al-Adah, which means the festival of sacrifice. It is celebrated every year in Dhul Hijjah, the last month of the Hijri calendar. It is a lunar calendar consisting of 12 months in a year of 354 days.
My second question to you is, how do you wish someone on this day?
It's a nice question. On this day, people say to each other Eid Mubarak, which means may you have a blessed Eid. It can also mean a happy Eid to you. Muslims go out of their homes, gather at a place of worship and interact with other people. During all these activities, they always greet people with these words, Assalamu alaikum, which means may peace be upon you.
What is the story of Eid-al-Adah that one can tell children?
The story is well known that I would like to tell you in brief of Eid-al-Adah is that Prophet Abraham had a dream in which he was sacrificing his young son Ishmael. Abraham, a great believer in God, took his dream literally and wanted to sacrifice his son, who was just about 10 years old at that time. But according to tradition, God Almighty sent his angels and asked him to sacrifice an animal instead of his son. But the real sacrifice was that Abraham had to settle his son with his mother near Makkah, which at that time was nothing but a vast desert. So, Eid-al-Adah is the symbolic reminder of what occurred 4,000 years ago. It demonstrates that the sacrifice of a small group of people can create a new beginning for all of humankind.
We have one more religious leader with us today who will explain us the duration of the celebration of Eid-al-Adha. How many days does it last?
Yes, why not? Eid-al-Adah marks the final day of Hajj, the annual pilgrimage Muslims are required to undertake to Makkah once in a lifetime. Some Muslims observe this Eid for 3 days.
Can you tell our viewers about the ritual of sacrifice? Is it compulsory? What does the Quran say?
Eid-al-Adha literally means the Eid of sacrifice. Muslims sacrifice an animal on this day, a symbolic sacrifice that reminds us of the real sacrifice required throughout life. This sacrifice is of our negative emotions such as malice, hatred, negativity, and pride. About the animal sacrifice, the Quran says, their flesh and blood do not reach God. It is your piety that reaches Him. This implies that merely sacrificing the animal without observing the spirit behind this ritual is of no use.
So, hearing such an explanation on this religious festival, we have arrived on the conclusion that there is variation among different schools of thought among Muslims about the sacrifice. The Hanafi school of thought, which is predominant in the Indian subcontinent, considers it obligatory or essential. However, the majority considers it as a good voluntary act, but not an obligation.
The job of feet is walking, but their hobby is dancing. Let's watch our performers tapping their feet and spreading the positivity around. Here come our scintillating performers.
Mubarak Eid Mubarak, Mubarak Eid Mubarak, Mubarak Eid Mubarak, Mubarak Eid Mubarak.
खुशबू लगा के छिड़कर मका के खुशबू लगा के सबको ईद मुबारक, सबको ईद मुबारक। चूड़ी पहन के, काजल लगा के, चूड़ी पहन के, काजल लगा के, माथे पे हम अपने टीका सजा के, मांगेंगे ईद कहेंगे ये हम। प्यारी नानी प्यारी दादी ईद मुबारक, सबको 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 ईद मुबारक। प्यारी नानी प्यारी दादी ईद मुबारक, सबको 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 ईद मुबारक।
ईद मुबारक, मुबारक ईद मुबारक, मुबारक ईद।
बांटेंगे ईद कहेंगे ये हम। प्यारे मुसलमानों तुम्हें ईद मुबारक, सबको 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 ईद मुबारक। प्यारे मुसलमानों तुम्हें ईद मुबारक, सबको 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 ईद मुबारक।
ईद मुबारक, मुबारक 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 ईद मुबारक।
Splendid indeed. To conclude the assembly, here see what we have learned about the festival. Vidhi, Arjun, Niranjana and Riyan Prachar are here to lead the grateful.
It's that time of the year again when families come together to observe Bakr, the festival that commemorates the readiness of Ibrahim to sacrifice his son in order to prove his obedience to Allah. It is observed by Muslims around the world where man, woman and children step out in all their fighting. Thank you.
While Eid-al-Adah falls on the 10th day of Eid-al-Adah as per the Islamic lunar calendar, according to the Gregorian calendar, the date varies every year and shifts 11 days from the previous date.
It is believed on the day of the sacrificial feast, no one should be left hungry.
Eid-al-Adah marks the final day of Hajj, the annual pilgrimage Muslims are required to undertake to Mecca once in a lifetime. Some Muslims observe this Eid for 3 days.
I would like to express our gratitude towards our dance teacher, Miss Suman Sharma, for tirelessly preparing us, and our class teacher, Miss Jyotsna Thakur ma'am, for guiding us and helping us right from the start and painstakingly bringing this virtual celebration together.
And I would also like to thank our headmistress ma'am for giving us the opportunity to conduct a class assembly. Thank you and have a wonderful day.